Hello everyone, hello again, and today I'm here in Laos, in the capital, Vientiane. I don't think it's that popular with tourists, especially Western tourists. It's getting more popular with Chinese tourists now, due to the new railways that were built. I was on that railway this morning from Vientiane to here, and it's really clean, really fast, and yeah, so much better, especially when you compare it to some of the bus journeys up here in Laos due to the bumpy roads. I'm here for one night, and then tomorrow I fly to Hanoi to begin my travel of Vietnam. But before we go, we wanted to stop one night here so we could see a couple of sights. The first one we're going to see is the Victory Monument, and that's where we are now, so we're going to go take a look. So behind me here you can see the Patuxai. Probably butchered that, but it is the Victory Monument of Laos. It might remind you slightly of the Arc de Triomphe in Paris, but this one tells a very different story. So, this monument was built in the 1960s to commemorate the people that lost their lives fighting for the freedom of Laos from the French. What's interesting is that it was built using money donated by the US aid, and it was originally intended to build an airport. But instead they built this, so they jokingly nickname it the vertical runway. So, to understand the significance of this monument, we have to understand the history a bit more. We need to go back to the 20th century, when Laos was under rule by French as part of Indochina. The people of Laos fought for their freedom for decades, but the real turning point came during World War II. So during World War II, Japan infiltrated Laos, weakening French control over it. During 1945, Lao Isara, which translates to Free Laos, declared independence, but the French quickly regained control. However, the fight wasn't over. A group called Fateh Lao waged guerrilla warfare against the French. This struggle was part of the First Indochina War, which led to the independence of Vietnam. In 1954, after the French defeat at Dien Bien Phu, the Geneva Accords granted Laos its independence. Soon after, this monument was built to honour those that had died for the freedom of Laos, from its freedom fighters to the ordinary citizens who had to endure years of conflict. While it's inspired by French architecture, Patuxai is uniquely Laotian. The intricate carvings feature Buddhist and Hindu motifs, and if you look up at the ceiling you'll see stunning depictions of deities and mythical creatures. Right now I'm stood in front of the King Anouvong Statue. King Anouvong was the last ruler of the Vientiane kingdom and led the resistance against Siam in the 19th century. Siam is modern-day Thailand. In the early 1800s, Laos was under the influence of Siam, but King Anouvong was not willing to accept that. In 1826, he led a rebellion to try and reclaim Laos' resistance. At first, his forces managed to reclaim key cities like Karat in Thailand, but the Siamese counterattacked, crushed his army and completely destroyed Vientiane in 1826. King Anouvong was later captured and died in captivity. Even though his rebellion failed, he's a hero among the Lao people. His fight symbolised the Lao people's desire for independence and resilience. That's why his statue stands right here. It's facing Thailand. Just over there, you can see it, these buildings here, across the Mekong River, the one that we travelled on the slow boat from Laos. So the statue sits here, looking out. So it's more than just a statue, really. It's a tribute to a king that never gave up on his people. And throughout time, Laos would have to fight again and again for their independence. And the spirit of resilience is something that you can still feel walking around the capital of Laos today. So yeah, Vientiane's been a nice little visit. We're here for just tonight, like I said before, but it's been great to see some of the sights that capture some of the struggles that the country's been to. But it's still a very nice country to visit. It's got lovely people, amazing food, beautiful views. So even though this capital is not as lively as you'd think your typical capital city would be, it's a great visit, even if it's only for a night. Okay, so I'm going to head back now I'm flying to Hanoi tomorrow to start my Vietnam journey, which pretty much kicks off with a trip doing the Hai Giang Loop. So I'm excited to get that started, and I'll see you in the next one. Boom.